I take the attendance for your name, que es recording directly in Skype. Skype automatically record your name. Entonces, don't need to watch the time, take the attendance. A ver. Putting off every microphone, okay? Mardaisia, off the microphone, okay. Ay, Mardaisia, putting off. Okay. This is a unit circle, right? This is a unit circle. But suppose that you have no unit circle and you need to find every trigonometric function. Okay? Let's do it. Example 1. You little by little understand this. Look, example 1. Suppose compute by hand, no calculator. Sine 120 degree. Okay. 120 degree, you need to understand in what quadrant lie 120 degree. 120 degree lie. Remember, this is 0, this is 90, this is 180, this is 270 degree, and this is 360 also, no? 120 degree lie here in the second quadrant. Here, 120 degree. Entonces, now this is theta. Theta is 120 degree. Entonces, in order to find, I don't remember, only remember the first quadrant. Entonces, now I find the reference angle, alpha. Alpha is the reference angle. Okay, alpha have a formula, but it's easy. Remember that because it's the acute angle in between the terminal side and the x-axis, que es this guy. This guy is the alpha angle. Es obvio que es 180 minus 120 is 60. 180 minus theta is a formula in the second quadrant, of course, for the reference angle. In our specific example, 180 minus 120 degree is 60 degree. Entonces I know very well que any trigonometric function of the 120 is similar to the 60 degree, at least in the value. Entonces I adjust the sign. Entonces, in my mind, working like that, sine 60 degree, I know que es radical 3 over 2, because I know by memory the first quadrant, que I explained que es relatively easy, is sine 30, sine 45, sine 60 is 1, 2, 3, divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, radical. Okay, the thing we are doing is this. Sine, you know my memory, this, only this, the rest no. Entonces es radical 3 over 3. Now, you adjust the sign according to the quadrant. And remember the mnemonic divide to remember the sign. All students take calculus. All students take calculus. This S, que es a student, represents sine. Sine and the family of sine, que es cosecant. Therefore, sine is positive in the second quadrant. So that means that in the first quadrant, all trigonometric functions are positive. Only sine in the second quadrant. Only tangent in the third quadrant. Only cosine in the fourth quadrant. Therefore, the answer for this example is exactly the same. Radical 3 over 2 positive, because it's positive. Same sign in the second quadrant, because 120 belongs to the second quadrant. Clear or confusing? Clear or confusing?
Clear.
Excellent.
You need to speak. You need to speak.
I have a question. So when you do, when you look at the whole like circle and basically like the parentheses, it shows like sine and cosine.
Yeah,
Is the beginning of the parentheses, is that one cosine or sine?
Cosine.
Okay, so it's cosine comma sine.
Okay. Let me explain again. Good question. Some people prefer the unit circle, but the disadvantage is that you need to memorize this. In my opinion, you don't need to memorize nothing. Look, and this point means the first component is cosine.
Okay.
And the second component is sine. The example that we are doing now was sine 120. 120 here, look, 120. And the sine is radical 3 over 2 positive. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I want to do without this. But okay. Listen to me. There are many ways to do this. So you lie unit circle, and you have the unit circle, and you compute using unit circle. So you have no unit circle, well, by hand or calculator. Okay, either way. Example 2. Compute cosine 135 degree. Well, 135 degree is belong or lie in the second quadrant again. This is 135 degree. This is my reference angle. Alpha. Alpha is 180 minus 135. Is 45. Therefore, I know que cosine of 135, que es our goal, is somehow equal cosine 45 degree. At least the numerical part, is radical 2 over 2. But I know, again, the mnemonic device, all students take calculus. Y I know que in the second quadrant, the only guy que es positive is sine. Cosine no. Therefore, you adjust the sign, and the answer is negative. Negative square root 2 over 2. It's my final answer. Do you understand this or no? Okay. Yes. Okay. For finding any angle without calculator, you compute the reference angle. The reference angle is our friend. Can help me to understand the any trigonometric function of the any angle in any quadrant. You determine the quadrant. You determine the reference angle. And the reference angle have a value. And this value is the same value of our problem. Now you adjust the sign. In this case, negative, because I know that the only trigonometric function que es positive in the second quadrant is sine. Sine, of course, and cosica, ¿no? Que es the family. But cosine, no. Cosine is negative. Sure? Everyone follow me? Everyone follow me, guys? You let me know. This is important for me. Today is important day. Tangent 150 degree. 150 lie. And what quadrant lie? 150, please help me.
In the second quadrant.
Excellent. Very well. Lie in the second quadrant. Approximately here. 150 degree. And this is 150 degree. And this is my reference angle. Alpha. Alpha is 180 minus 150, que es 30 degree. Okay, entonces I know que tangent 30 degree and tangent 150 degree have the same value. The sign, I don't know. But the value is, the actual value is the same. Okay, or I know by memory que es radical 3 over 2 over 3, sorry. Or, si you don't remember, no problema. Because you remember only sine and cosine. Entonces, I know the famous trigonometry tangent identity. Tangent 30 degree is equal to sine 30 degree divided by cosine 30 degree. Entonces, I only memorize sine is 1/2 and cosine is radical 3 over 2. Now you cancel out the 2. We have 1 over radical 3, and when you rationalize, a radical 3 over 3. This is tangent 30 degrees. Entonces tangent 150, well, it's the same value, radical 3 over 3, pero es negative. Because I know que the only guy que es positive in the second quadrant is the sign. Tangent no. Okay, again, the famous mnemonic divide. All students take calculus. All students take calculus. Do you understand very well this or no? So let me repeat again. In this quadrant, all trigonometric functions are positive. In the second quadrant, the only trigonometric function que es positive is the sine. Cosine no, tangent no. In the third quadrant, the only trigonometric function que es positive is the tangent. Bueno, tangent and cotangent, no? And in the fourth quadrant, the only trigonometric function que es positive is the cosine and the sec. Okay, this letter indicate the only trigonometric function que es positive. In our specific case, okay, we are working with the tangent, and we are in the second quadrant, it's negative, the answer. Super good? Super good or no?
Yes, professor.
Excellent. So you help me, guys. The next, little by little. Example 4. Secant 210 degrees. Don't worry for the secant. Secant is reciprocal cosine. But the most important, step by step. Locate. Find the location. In what quadrant lie 210 degrees?
On the third.
In the third quadrant. Very well. Okay, over there. This is our 210 degrees. How do you know? Because it's greater than 180, no? It's greater than 180, que es this, and less than 270. It's obvious que lie in the third quadrant. Lie here. And the reference angle is this guy, alpha. Entonces, no necesaria fórmula. No necesaria fórmula. Alpha in the third quadrant is theta minus 180. Okay, it's the acute angle in between the terminal side of the our specific angle and the x-axis. Doesn't matter que es positive direction or negative direction. The alpha is equal to 10 minus 180, que es 30 degrees. I know que any trigonometric function, sine, cosine, secant, cotangent, either way, the value is the same. So my goal now is compute the secant 30 degrees. Of course, you need to adjust the sign. Entonces, secant, I don't remember. I only remember sine and cosine. The rest, I'm using trigonometric identity. What trigonometric identity? Reciprocal, 1 over cosine. And 1 over cosine is 1 over radical 3 over 2. Flip it that, 2 over radical 3. 2 over radical 3, flip it, reciprocal, and rationalization, radical 3, radical 3. The answer is 2 radical 3 over 3. This is the secant 30 degree. And what is the secant 210 degree? I know que according to this mnemonic divide, the only trigonometric function que es positive in the third quadrant is tangent, and secant no, es negative. Entonces the answer is negative 2 radical 3 over 3. Do you follow me or no?
Go
ahead. Question.
Are you always going to subtract 180 or are you going to do 270?
No, mister. No. Depending on the quadrant. Look, some students prefer formulas. Let me explain in 2 different ways. This is a super important question. I like your question, mister. In the first quadrant, when the all trigonometric function is positive, alpha is equal to theta. Theta, remember, is the given angle in the problem. Alpha is my friend, can help me to understand the given. In the second quadrant, the formula, the second quadrant here, this is theta, and this is alpha. And the formula is alpha is equal to 180 minus theta. The student can prefer formula, leave it like that, doing like that. The student can don't prefer formula, it's easy to remember because it's the angle between the terminal side and the x-axis, this guy. No necessary formula. In the third quadrant, well, third quadrant, this is my theta. This is my alpha. And what is the formula? For a student can prefer formula, is theta minus 180. Because theta is bigger than 180, right? And in the fourth quadrant, suppose here, this is my theta. The formula is alpha is equal to alpha should be this angle. The formula is 360 minus theta. Is the formula. Exactly the same concept is terminal side and the x-axis. Es the angle. Entonces, either way, or you memorize this stupid formula, or you are doing the sketch of our specific problem, and you determine the reference angle. Make sense, mister?
Yeah.
Excellent. You hear me now? Example number 5. Okay, I need to compute the cosecant. 225 degrees. Question number 1. In what quadrant lie 225 degrees? Tell me. Third quadrant. Here. Exactly here. This is the thing you need to memorize a little bit. No, not too much, but at least the fundamental angle of the position. Entonces, this is my alpha. This is theta. Sorry. But alpha is this angle. How you find alpha? Well, alpha is 225 minus 180. In this specific case, because we are working in the third quadrant, at 45. And my goal is now compute the cosecant 45. I don't remember this, but I remember get a reciprocal sign. I remember very well in the first quadrant, no? A radical 2 over 2. It's 1 over radical 2 over 2. A reciprocal is 2 radical 2. Rationalize. Radical 2 is radical 2. Because radical 2 times radical 2 is 2. And these 2 cancel, stay alive, only radical 2. And the answer is radical 2. But you adjust the sign. The sign is positive or is negative. Well, I have no idea. I come back again to the famous mnemonic device. All students take calculus. We are working here.
Negative.
Negative, very well. The only positive trigonometric function in the third quadrant is the tangent. And we are working with the cosecant. Therefore, my answer is negative. Super good or no? Everyone get the idea?
Yes.
Today, I bring a lot of problems, and this is the easier after more complicated. Example 6. Cotangent, 240 degrees. Again, I try to locate 240 degrees. And what quadrant lie 240 degrees?
Third
quadrant, approximately here. Remember, 240 degrees, any angle is in between 180 and 270 lie in the third quadrant. Okay, and this is my reference angle, alpha. And theta is 240. For finding alpha is 240 minus 180, que es 60. Therefore, they are perfect coincidence in between cotangent 240 and cotangent 60. Well, after I need to fix the angle, adjust the angle, the sign. Pero it's okay. And cotangent, I don't remember that. Pero I remember que cotangent es cosine 60 degree divided by sine 60 degree. Okay, this is the famous trigonometry identity que we have in our cheat sheet. No? Do you remember that or not? Or you want I put it in the board?
Yes.
Do you want?
Yes, we have it actually.
Okay, but we manipulate every day with this identity. So it's very, very important. You print this page, in my opinion, and put in your notebook something stable, okay? Because we use them frequently, this reciprocal and tangent cotangent identity. Okay, cosine 60 is 1/2. And it's a radical 3 over 2. The 2 is cancelled. This is 1 over radical 3. And when you rationalize radical 3 over 3. So the answer is radical 3 over 3. And what about the sign? What about the sign? Sign cotangent. This is the value, radical 3 over 3. But the sign, I need to understand the sign. The sign is positive or negative?
Negative.
No, it's positive. Okay. One more time. Look. This is the mnemonic device to determine the sign. Okay, yeah, I can see in the third quadrant, the only trigonometric function que es positive is tangent. Of course, his family que es cotangent. Right? Therefore, it's positive.
I'm confused, Professor.
Go ahead.
Because, Professor, you said that in the third quadrant, the only positive is tangent, right? This is
tangent and cotangent. And cotangent. Because, okay, let me make a zoom to see more clear this idea. A sine, because I don't need to remember everything. I remember something step by step. Sine and cosecant, que es a family. And what is the family tangent? Cotangent. And what is the family cosine? Secant. Okay? If you want to complete the information, it's much better like that. But no, the mnemonic device, all students take calculus. So, sine and his family gets cosecant. Tangent and his family gets cotangent. And cosine and his family gets secant. Make sense?
So, Professor, it doesn't just include them, but their family as well.
Yes,
Okay.
include his family as well. Okay, super. Example 7. Sine 270 degree. This is confusing. 270 degree at what quadrant lie?
It's on the line.
Exactly. No quadrant, es cuadrantal. Si es cuadrantal, es that angle. Very, very well, miss. 270 degree. And 270 degree is -1. Because that point in the unit circle is the point 0,-1. And the second component is -1. End the story. In the quadrantal is super easy. In the quadrantal, you don't need to find reverse angle. Super good or no?
Super good.
Super good.
Example A. Okay, cosine 300 degree. Wow, 300 degree. In what quadrant lie 300 degree?
4.
4 quadrant, very well. Because the angle in between 270 degree and 360 degree, suppose 300 is like that. It's a theta. 300. And this is our reference angle, alpha. So what is the formula? Or what is the idea? What is alpha? Alpha is 360 minus 300, no? 60. So I know very well that the cosine 300 is equivalent cosine of 60. At least the value, not the sign. And cosine 60, I know by memory, in the first quadrant is 1/2. Therefore, cosine 300 is 1/2, but I adjust the sign. It's positive or it's negative? ¿Es positive o es negative?
Positive.
Excellent. Because all students take calculus. And we are talking about cosine. Cosine in the fourth quarter is positive. So in this case, they are perfect coincidence. Value and signs. This is the answer. 1/2. Any question? It's easy. When you get it. Go. Say again.
So the bottom two are positive. So it will be positive.
Yeah, and the reason is, mister, because I know that any angle que lie in the fourth quadrant, the cosine is positive. Look, according to this mnemonic device, all students take calculus. This C indicates us see that the trigonometric functions are positive in the fourth quadrant is cosine. And of course, his family is secant.
And the same thing, right?
Yeah, and the same value. In this case, cosine 300 degree is exactly the same cosine 60 degree que 1/2.
Okay, thank you.
Tangent. Number 9 example, tangent. Tangent 315 degree. Wow. And what quadrant lie 315 degree?
The fourth as well.
The fourth quadrant again. Okay. This is theta equal 315 degree. Okay, my reference angle is this guy, alpha. And alpha is 360 minus 315, is 45. And magically, always, when you find alpha lie in the first quadrant. It's a acute angle. And I know for sure, 100%, that tangent 315 degrees is equal tangent 45 degrees, at least the value, not the sign adjusts. Yeah, I know that tangent 45 degrees, I have no idea, I don't remember, is sine 45 degrees divided by cosine 45 degrees. This is radical 2 over 2, and this is radical 2 over 2, it's the same. Es 1. So the value is 1. But I don't know if it's positive 1 or it's negative 1. What do you think? Negative. Because the only trigonometric function that is positive in the fourth quadrant is cosine and secant. Look. Tangent is positive in the third quadrant. Sine is positive in the second quadrant. All trigonometric functions are positive in the first quadrant. But in the fourth quadrant, que is the quadrant that we are working now, the only is cosine and secant. And we are working with the tangent trigonometric function. Therefore, it's negative. Everyone follow me?
Yes.
Okay, secant 330 degrees. And what quadrant lie?
4.
Again, 4 quadrant. This is theta equal 330 degrees. And this is my alpha. Alpha is, I have no idea. Alpha is 360 minus 330. It's 30. Therefore, for sure, I know que secant 330 degrees, que is the problem que the professor wants que is solving, is equal secant 30 degrees. Finally, I adjust the sign. But secant, I don't remember, but I remember que es reciprocal of cosine. Okay, entonces now I remember que in the first quadrant is radical 3 over 2. Flip it, 2 over radical 3, rationalize, radical 3 is 2 radical 3 over 3. The answer is 2 radical 3 over 3. Now I consider the sign. Secant in the fourth quadrant is positive or is negative?
Negative.
No. Okay, Noela, look at that.
It's positive. Sorry, Professor, I know.
No, don't worry. I repeat again several times until you get the idea. All a student take calculus, the only positive guy is cosine, and is family, que the family is cosine and secant. Therefore, we are talking about secant is positive. This is the answer. Super good or no?
It's good, Professor, but because I just memorized the positive.
Yeah. I try to memorize the few information, but you need to memorize definitely something. This is the reason that this subject is hard, because you need to memorize something. So my recommendation is memorize only the trigonometric function, sine, cosine, no tangent, no. In the first quarter, 30 degree, 45 degree, and 60 degree. And remember the sign. All students take calculus. That's it. Okay, let's practice now a little bit using radians. It's similar. It's the same, but now you need to be familiar with the radian. Number one, radian now. Suppose I need to compute cosine 2 pi over 3. Well, one possibility is conversion degree to radian, radian to degree, and you are doing similar to, but no. Let's do it. Okay, 2 pi over 3. 2 pi over 3 in what quadrant lie? 2 pi over 3.
The second.
In the second, very well. In the second quadrant. Remember, this is 0. This is pi over 2. This is pi over 6, que es 30 degrees. This is pi over 4, que es 45 degrees. This is pi over 3, que es 60 degrees. And 2 pi over 3 is equivalent to, say, 120 degrees. Entonces, es in the second quadrant. This is my theta. Therefore, my alpha is this. Alpha is pi, because in the degree is 180. You use 180, but in radian you use pi, que es equivalent. This is pi here, over there, pi. This angle is pi. Pi minus 2 pi over 3. But the easy way is pi is 3 pi over 3 minus 2 pi over 3. It's obvious when you have the same denominator as pi over 3. Because it's 3 minus 2, ¿no? Que es 1. Ok, entonces I know que cosine pi over 3 is equivalent, at least the value of the cosine 2 pi over 3. Okay, I know by memory that this guy is 1/2. Que es the cosine. And what about the cosine, one angle in the second quadrant? ¿Es positive o es negative? ¿Es positive o es negative?
It's negative.
Es negative, exactly. Entonces, the answer, the fantastic final answer is -1/2. Boom.
Professor,
Any questions? Go ahead.
So, Professor, can we try like to convert in degree and then do it that way?
You can, but I do not recommend. My goal is training to you in either way, in degree or in radian. It's the same, Anuela, because this is 180, and this is theta, que 120, it's 60, and it's cosine 60. Pero no, you waste the time. Try to training and do it in both ways, or in degree or radian. Okay? It's my recommendation. Okay. It's my recommendation.
So because it's gonna be a lot of work, right, Professor?
Yeah, you can. Some people say, "Oh, I hate the radian." No, I don't like this guy. Okay, we convert. How we convert? The formula is 2 pi over 3 divided by pi and multiplication by 180, no? Pi is cancel out. 2 times 180 divided by 3. 180 divided by 3 is 60. 60 times 2, 120. And we start the problem now using 120 instead of 2 pi over 3. No problem. But I want to practice today using radian also. Why not? Example 2. Example 2 is tangent 3 pi over 4. Okay. My first is in what quadrant lie? 3 pi over 4. I'm lost. 3 pi over 4. Second, very well. Second quadrant. Guy, you need to be familiar with this. Okay, familiar. Okay. Let me show you one more time. the unit circle. Okay, we are talking about this guy. 3 pi over 4 here. Here is 135 degrees. Okay. Okay, entonces, this is my theta. And this is my alpha. And alpha is 180, que es pi, in the radian, minus 3 pi over 4. Okay, alpha is 4 pi over 4 minus 3 pi over 4. Try to find the least common denominator is pi over 4. Entonces I know que tangent 3 pi over 4 and the tangent pi over 4 is the same value. Entonces I don't remember. I know que sine pi over 4 divided by cosine pi over 4 using the tangent cotangent identity. This is radical 2 over 2. This is radical 2 over 2. Es 1. Entonces the answer is 1, ¿no? Pero 1 positive or 1 negative. One positive, negative, because the only trigonometric function que es positive in the second quadrant is sine and cosecant, que es his family. Pero tangent no. Tangent is positive in the third quadrant. Little by little, you memorize this. Okay, number 3, example.
Can you go to the next example?
Exactly, good. This one?
Yeah.
Okay, copy that.
Okay, I'm good.
Example 3. Suppose sine 4 pi over 3. You in what quadrant like this guy? 4 pi over 3. Lie, I have no idea. What do you think? This is 0. This is pi over 2. This is pi. This is 3 pi over 2.
Third.
In the third quadrant, yes. In the third quadrant. Approximately here. This is theta. This is theta. And this is alpha. And how you find alpha? Que es the reference angle. The name of alpha is reference angle. Because it's one guy can help me to compute the trigonometric function of our problem. Entonces, the formula is 4 pi over 3 minus pi, ¿no? Que es 4 pi over 3 minus 3 pi over 3. I put 3 because 3 divided by 3 is 1, ¿no? I'm going to put the same denominator, entonces 4 minus 3 is pi over 3. Wow, entonces I know que alpha is pi over 3 and sine pi over 3 is the same value of the trigonometric function of 4 pi over 3. So I know by memory que this is radical 3 over 2. So the answer is radical 3 over 2, pero I have no idea si es positive or negative. Adjust the sign. What do you think? Positive or negative?
Oh, negative.
Exactly. And negative because I know que the only trigonometric function que es positive in this quadrant is the tangent. Tangent and cotangent. The rest no. The rest no. I am doing too fast or I am doing well?
No, you are doing well.
Exactly. You let me know. Cotangent 3 pi over 2. My goal is in what quadrant like this guy? 3 pi over 2, this is 0. This is pi over 2. This is pi. Wow, this is 3 pi over 2. It's a coincidence que es cuadrantal. This is quadrantal. It's quadrantal. Si es quadrantal. Okay. Well, entonces now, this is the point. Bueno, okay, cotangent 3 pi over 2. So si es quadrantal, you don't need to find alpha. No, es cosine 3 pi over 2 divided by sine. Guys, let me recall quickly this is important. Cotangent, tangent, identity. So tangent, any angle, is equal sine divided by cosine. And cotangent, any angle is reciprocal, que es cosine divided by sine. Super. So this is the thing that we're using in this example. No? How you can find that? You can find the cheat sheet, right? Do you see what cheat sheet I am talking about?
Yes, Professor.
Okay. Entonces, cosine, this point, remember, is the point in the unit circle 0, -1, no? And cosine is 0. Look, the first component is cosine, and the second component is sine. Now, this guy is 0, and this guy is -1. And 0 divided by -1 is 0. And the answer is 0. And 0, you know, have no sign. 0 is 0. And the quadrantal, when it's 0, is 0. See it? Example 5. Secant 5 pi over 6. 5 pi over 6. And what quadrant lie 5 pi over 6?
Second.
Second, very well. You are good. In the second quadrant. Guy, one mnemonic device in my mind. Look. One easy way to see that, you eliminate mentally. This is 5 pi over 6. You mentally, you remove this pi. And you put 180 here. And 180 divided by 6 is 30. And 30 times 5, 150. Immediately you see que es less than 180, es obvio que es second quadrant. This is one mnemonic divide to memorize this. Entonces, this is my theta. And my alpha is this. Okay, by the way, is 180, que es pi, in the world, the radian, minus 5 pi over 6. This is 6 pi over 6 minus 5 pi over 6. Es obvio que es pi over 6. So I know that any trigonometric function of the 5 pi over 6 is equivalent to the pi over 6. Entonces secant pi over 6. Because secant is reciprocal cosine. And cosine pi over 6 is radical 3 over 2, no? Yeah. Es radical 3 over 2. I did this several times. 2 over radical 3, rationalize. Is 2 radical 3 over 3. And the answer is, okay, super. 2 radical 3 over 3. And what sign? Is negative or positive?
Positive.
Sorry. Okay. One more time, I repeat this. You know, it's try and error. Okay. The mnemonic device is all students take calculus. We are in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, the only positive trigonometric function is sine, and his family is cosecant. And we are working with the secant. No, it's negative. Do you see, Miss? Do you see? Yes or no?
Yes, I see it. I was thinking the wrong thing.
Okay. It's okay. You are a student. You are learning now. Example 5. Noela, I am doing okay or no?
Yes, you are, Professor.
Excellent. Now, cosecant 5 pi over 4. 5 pi over 4. I have no idea where is located this angle. In what quadrant is located? In what quadrant lie?
Third.
Third quadrant. Third quadrant. This is theta. And this is our alpha. Alpha is pi minus 5 pi over 4. Is No, it's 5 pi over 4 minus pi. It's in the third quadrant, the formula is different. It's 5 pi over 4 because 5 pi over 4 is bigger than pi. Subtracting these ways, you know, it's negative. Negative has no sense. 5 pi over 4 minus 4 pi over 4. Oh, 5 minus 4 is 1 pi over 4. So I discovered that any trigonometric function of 5 pi over 4 is equivalent 1 by 1 to the pi over 4. But I don't remember Professor cosecant. I remember that cosecant is reciprocal of sine. And I remember que es radical 2 over 2. After, when you flip it and rationalize, the answer is radical 2. The answer is radical 2. But what sign? What sign? Positive or negative? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Very well. Because cosecant is positive in the second quadrant. So sine and cosecant is positive here in the second quadrant. But in the third, no. It's negative. Okay, one more of this. Okay, sine. Example 7. Example 7. Sine 7 pi over 4. And what quadrant lies 7 pi over 4?
Fourth.
Fourth quadrant. This is theta. This is alpha. Alpha is equal 2 pi, and the degree is 360. Right here, 2 pi minus 7 pi over 4. So say this is 8 pi over 4, because 2 is 8 divided by 4. I try to find the LCD. And 8 minus 7 is 1 pi over 4. So I discover that this is equivalent to say sine pi over 4. And sine pi over 4 is radical 2 over 2. I know my memory. So this is also radical 2 over 2. But I don't know what sign. What sign?
Negative.
Do you think it's easy, guy?
It takes practice.
Aha. That is the reason that we spend all today doing this elementary example. And I want to complicate a little bit your life after using coterminal. Pero no. One more of this. And you help me. This is number 8 example. Example 8. Okay, cosine 11 pi over 6. And what quadrant lie 11 pi over 6? No idea? No. Okay, look again. 11 pi over 6. What's the mental process? The mental process is you remove the pi.
It's 4.
And you replace it by 180, no? And 180 divided by 6 is 30. And 30 times 11 is 330 degrees. Okay? And remember, this is 0, this is 90, this is 180, this is 270, it's obvious, and this is 360, no? Again, repetition, one revolution. Entonces es obvio que our theta is 330 degrees. This is theta. But this is alpha, que es the reference angle, que es my frame. I don't care the direction. Alpha is 360, in radian word is 2 pi, minus 11 pi over 6. But 2 pi expressed like a common denominator 6 is 12. 12 pi over 6, 12 pi over 6 minus 11 pi over 6. And 12 minus 11 is 1 pi over 6. Oh, just I discovered that the trigonometric function cosine pi over 6 is equivalent to the 11 pi over 6. Thus I know by memory that cosine is radical 3 over 2. But it's the same value, radical 3 over 2, but you adjust the sign. What sign? Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Exactly. Positive, positive default. You don't put any sign, you're supposed to get positive. Because in the fourth quadrant, the cosine and his family is the same. Everyone follow me so far? Do you understand very well this or no?
Yes,
Yes.
Professor.
Okay, so I want to complicate now a little bit your life. Because the example that we're doing so far is considered in one revolution. So we have one angle que lie in the first quadrant, in the second quadrant, the third quadrant, or in the fourth quadrant. But suppose now I complicate it when you have revolutions, different revolution, and you need to determine in what quadrant line, and after we continue. This is example number 1. Okay, we're using the new idea for the coterminal angle. Suppose sine 21,825 degrees. Don't be scared. I want to explain in detail. This is a big angle. So I suppose that we are doing several revolutions. Raka, 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 raka. In one moment, stop. And you need to determine what quadrant lie. Okay? The way I explained in the last class was easy. You subtracting 360, 360, 360, 360 until you stop and one answer gets less than 360. But this is too tedious because it's too big angle. So my recommendation is doing in that way. Look, you divide, subtraction and division are family operation. No? You divide it by 360 in order to find how many revolutions. So the answer is 60.625. That's mean, look, it's crazy. Okay, you need to subtracting 60 times 330 degrees. Doing by hand is too long. And this is the remainder, the fraction. So you take the fraction, you delete mentally the whole part and multiply by 360. And the answer is 225 degrees. Wow. Now this big angle is 60 revolution. 1, 2, 3, 59, 60. Entonces, en the 60 revolution, in the 61, revolution, you stop in 225. And 225 lie in what quadrant?
Third quadrant.
Third quadrant. Very, very well. Third quadrant. This is theta. Therefore, my reference angle is this, alpha. Alpha is 225 minus 180 is 45. I know then que sine this horrible angle is equal sine 45 degrees, que es radical 2 over 2. Entonces the answer is radical 2 over 2. What sign, guys? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Excellent. Because lie in the third quadrant, I know que sign is negative. Do you see it's the same? Don't be scared when you see a horrible angle. No. Okay. Let's move on to another example. Example 2. In example 2, I want to complicate a little bit. Look, cosine minus 18,350 degrees. So the students say, wow, I don't understand this one is negative. No. You apply the identity, even odd identity, que es sine negative angle is equal minus sine this angle. So when you see negative angle and you see sine, you put the negative outside the trigonometric function. But cosine, no. Cosine, when it's negative, it's positive. Because it's even function, even odd. So don't be scared. When you see that, you put cosine 18,315 degrees. End the story. Okay, and tangent exactly the same. Tangent is odd function minus tangent, negative angle. The only case even is cosine and secant. The rest, sine and cosecant, odd. Tangent and cotangent, odd. Okay? Don't be scared when you see negative angle because you apply immediately odd even identity, trigonometry identity.
So essentially,
Go ahead.
if it's negative, it's gonna be positive all the time.
And cosine, yes. And sine, no. And sine is negative, you put outside.
Okay.
All right? Okay. So now, doing it the same way. You take 18,315 degrees and divide it by 360 degrees. Okay, it's the degree of the one revolution. And this answer give me 50.875. Okay, that means we have 50 revolution and the 51 revolution, you stop. But you stop where? And the multiplication 0.875. So you remove the whole bar. You take the decimal bar and multiplication by 360. And the answer is 315. And 315 in what quadrant lie?
Third.
No.
No, four.
Four quadrant.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. This is training. Noela, little by little. This is 270 degrees. This is 180 degrees. This is 90 degrees. This is 360 degrees, or 0 and 360. It's in between 315, it's in between 270 and 360, no? Entonces, this is our theta, 315. Our alpha, que the reference angle is this guy, alpha. Alpha is equal to 360 minus 315, que 45. Therefore, any trigonometric function of this horrible angle is equivalent to cosine 45 degrees. And cosine es radical 2 over 2, no? Okay, entonces, what is the final answer? Well, you adjust the sign,
Positive.
Es positive. Very well. Very well. It's positive because I know que cosine is positive in the first quarter. Okay. Not bad. What time is 12:30, no? Okay. Example 3. You help me now. Example 3. Suppose tangent 7,515 degrees. Okay, you take 7,515 degrees divided by 360. You put in the calculator, of course, and the answer is 20.875. The interpretation of this is we have 20 revolution, and the 21 revolution just stop in one angle case, the result of the decimal part multiplication by 360. And the answer is 350. Okay, entonces tangent, this 7,000 something degree is equivalent to tangent 315 degrees. And tangent 315 degrees in what quadrant lie?
4
quadrant. This is theta, okay, 315. And alpha is this guy. Wait. Alpha is red color. Alpha. So alpha is 360 in the fourth quadrant. The computation of the alpha is 360 minus 315, 45. Therefore, tangent this angle is equal to tangent 45. And tangent 45 is 1. Do you remember that one?
Yes, Professor.
I remember. Little by little, I remember, no? Tangent 45. See, it's important, at least in the first quadrant, memorize sine, cosine, and tangent. To make fast. Si no fast, bueno, sine and cosine. And tangent is division. Entonces es 1, pero I don't know si es 1 positive or 1 negative. The answer.
It's gonna be negative.
Because in the fourth quadrant, the tangent is negative. Tangent of the any angle lie in the fourth quadrant, it's obvious it's negative. Okay, let's practice a little bit in radians. Suppose example 4, no? Yeah. Suppose tangent, no, secant 11 pi over 4. What? Okay, you're subtracting 2 pi because it's 11 pi over 4 is, you put in decimal, 11 divided by 4. 11 divided by 4 and decimal is 2 point something. So when you divide 11 divided by 4, I put in a calculator right now, it's 2.75. That means it's bigger than 2 pi. So in this case, you can subtracting 2 pi, not necessarily division, because as yes, 110 pi, well, to say now you are doing division, but in this case, no, you're subtracting 11 pi over 4 minus 2 pi. Que 2 pi representa 1 revolution, ¿no? Ajá, entonces es 11 pi over 4 minus 8 pi over 4, ¿no? Because 2 pi is equivalent to 8 pi over 4. And 11 minus 8 is 3 pi over 4. That means que 11 pi over 4 is 1 entire revolution, que es 2 pi. But when you remove 2 pi, this continue moving, and I don't know si lie in the first quadrant or in the second quadrant or the third quadrant or in the fourth quadrant. What do you think? In what quadrant lie 3 pi over 4?
Second.
Exactly. Here. And this is my theta. Wow. Using coterminal idea, but using now reverse angle. This is alpha. And alpha is pi minus 3 pi over 4. This pi I consider 4 pi over 4 minus 3 pi over 4. Es obvio que es pi over 4. Because 4 minus 3 is 1. ¿No? Entonces, secant, que este trigonometric function I need to find, of pi over 4. Es la idea, ¿no? Entonces, I don't remember, guys. Secant, don't remember. Actually, es reciprocal of cosine. But I know that this is radical 2 over 2. Entonces, actually, es the reciprocal 2, radical 2, rationalize, radical 2, radical 2. This is cancel, es radical 2. The answer is radical 2. What about the sign?
Negative.
Entonces, negative radical 2. Este final. Okay, in this case was easy. In this case, not necessary division. In this case, the only thing I did was subtracting 2 pi. Because I subtracted 2 pi, and until you get a number less than 2 pi, no? Que es 1 revolution. Because you discover que 11 pi over 4 is 1 entire revolution plus 3 pi over 4, que lie in the second quadrant. I want to explain now another more complicated. Look, pay attention, guys. New idea, example 5. Suppose cotangent of negative 23 over 4 pi. Wow, what the hell is that? Well, don't be scared. First of all, I see negative numbers. So the professor wants to complicate our life. And you know, que cotangent and tangent are odd functions. You put a negative outside and end the story. And we dedicate only to investigate only the positive angle, not the negative angle. Because I know that the positive, you put the negative 1 and that's it. Okay? Because cotangent and tangent are odd functions. The only even is cosine and secant. Can disappear the sign, but in this case, no. Okay, now you take now 23 over 4 pi. And you, in your calculator or by hand, either way, this improper fraction, because it's improper, no, numerator is bigger than denominator, you convert like a mixed number. Okay, mixed number. Okay, just well, okay, in the calculator is easy, but by hand is easy also, no big deal. You divide 23 by 4 by hand, que es obvio que 5, because 6 is too much. This is 20, and the remainder is 3. So this is 5, 3/4 pi. Do you see that? Do you see that?
Yes.
That
Yes.
means that actually we have 5 revolutions and the angle stay in 3/4. 3/4, 23/4. I discover que es 5 3/4. Entonces now I take one more time the fraction part. I delete mentally that part. No important because it represents a revolution. Entonces actually this is like a cotangent. 3/4. And 3/4, I don't remember in what quadrant lie. 3/4 lie. Second quadrant, very well. This is theta, and this is alpha. And this is alpha. Entonces alpha es pi minus 3/4. Que es 4/4 minus 3/4. Es pi/4. Wow. Entonces now I know que the cotangent que we compute is pi/4. Que I know que es 1, ¿no? Tangent en cotangent es, bueno, recíproca 1 es 1. Entonces es 1. Entonces now, wait. Entonces cotangent and tangent in the second quadrant es positive o es negative?
Negative.
Es negative. Okay. Entonces therefore this answer is -1, right? 3/4 because I know that 3/4 lie in the second quadrant and the answer is negative. But be careful because my original problem is negative 23/4 pi. So we have one extra negative. Use substitution here is a negative 1, no? It's positive 1. Okay, because I discovered that 23/4 is equivalent to 3/4, pero cotangent 3/4 is -1. And remember that our original angle is negative, so I apply the even odd property. You have a negative in the front waiting for us, and -1 and -1 together is +1. Super good?
Yes.
Okay, one more and that's it. Example 6 of the radian, something, and coterminal. We're using two concepts today, coterminal and reference angle. Remember, reference angle is alpha. And coterminal is when you subtracting 2 pi sequentially. Or divide, it's the same, right? It's the same. When it's too much, you know, subtracting 60 times 2 pi is horrible. So now, suppose the last example for today is compute sine of 26 pi over 6. Wow. Okay, nice, because you have no negative, it's positive. Okay, no problem. So no even odd property. So you take 26 over 6 pi and you try to convert to the mixed fraction to see the revolution part and to see the, okay, let's do it. You put 26 divided by 6. 26 divided by 6. I suppose get 4 because 5 is too much. It's 24. And the remainder is 2. So actually, this is 4 times. The whole part is 4. 2 over 6 pi. Actually, if you reduce in lowest term, this is 4 pi over 3. Actually, I take pi over 3. I don't care the whole part. This represents 4 revolutions now and pi over 3. Entonces, this is equivalent to say sine pi over 3. Wow, pero sine pi over 3 lie in the first quadrant, no? That's not necessary to find the reference angle. The answer I know by memory is radical 3 over 2. Now here, so I discovered, guy, que 26 pi over 6 is ese ángulo que rotate 4 revolution y en the 5 revolution stop in the first quarter, que es pi over 3. All right, I compute sine pi over 3, que es radical 3 over 2. Now this guy lie in the first quarter also, entonces radical 3 over 2. End the story. Okay, guys, too much for one day. Now, next time, Thursday, we discussing the graphic of the trigonometric functions, because I know that you destroy so far any evaluation of the fundamental, at least the trigonometric angle and the trigonometric function. Okay. Well, any question? No?
No question.